Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American psychological drama horror film from 2015, titled The House on Pine Street. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. The movie begins with a young couple, Jennifer and Luke, moving from Chicago back to Jennifer's hometown in Kansas. Jennifer is 7 months pregnant and is recovering from a mental breakdown related to her pregnancy. It becomes increasingly clear that Jennifer is unhappy, not happy to be back in Kansas, not happy to be near her overbearing mother, Meredith, not happy to have left her life in Chicago, and not happy about being pregnant. Jennifer and her mother get into a heated argument, revealing that Jennifer harbors resentment towards her mother due to something that happened in the past, and eventually, Jennifer tells her mother to leave. Before leaving, Meredith tells the couple she is going to throw a housewarming party for them and has invited some of her old friends. As the couple begins to unpack in their new home, Jennifer begins to experience strange occurrences, like boxes falling down the stairs, and a closet door opening by itself after being shut. Jennifer talks to her best friend, Lauren, who lives in Chicago, about how the house makes her feel uneasy, but Lauren assures her to stay positive. The couple lives next door to a single mother, Marlene, who has twin daughters that appear very strange. During the housewarming party, while everyone is enjoying themselves, Jennifer distances herself from the group and meets an elderly man named Walter. He claims to be a psychic and tells Jennifer that she once feels sick during her pregnancy, which shocks Jennifer, and their conversation is interrupted by Walter's wife. As the party continues, Jennifer notices that all the elderly guests are staring at her, which creeps her out, and she also notices Walter staring at something upstairs. After the party, while Jennifer is cleaning up, she opens the bathroom door and discovers someone inside. She tells Luke about the person, but when she checks again, no one is there. The next morning, after Luke has gone to work, Jennifer is decorating the baby's room when she begins to hear knocking at the front door, but no one is there. The knocking continues, now at the back door, accompanied by heavy footsteps coming from upstairs, but she can't find anyone. Once more, Jennifer hears knocking at the front door, and this time it is Marlene, who has come to welcome her to the neighborhood and offers her cookies. To calm herself down, Jennifer visits a swimming pool whenever she's stressed, and on her way out, she notices a group of kids playing, with one of them staring at her creepily. One night, while Jennifer is taking a shower, Luke enters the bathroom and makes romantic advances, but Jennifer, not in the mood, steps out. To her shock, she realizes it isn't Luke when she sees him coming in from another door, making Jennifer wonder who was with her in the bathroom. The next morning, Lauren and her son Brad pay a surprise visit to Jennifer and Luke, planning to stay for a week. While chatting, Jennifer opens up to Lauren about the strange activities she's been experiencing. She mentions that she tried telling Luke, but he thinks it's just her imagination. Jennifer believes someone might have died in the house, which is the cause of the paranormal activities, and when Lauren asks what she plans to do, Jennifer suggests going to a psychic for help. While watching Brad, Jennifer notices him waving at someone, but when she turns, she can't see anyone. She asks Brad who he's waving at, and the boy points to where the being is, but Jennifer still can't see anything. Brad tells Jennifer there's a ghost, followed by a loud noise that startles Jennifer just as Lauren walks in. That night, the women decide to perform a seance to summon whatever is in the house. Lauren asks for a sign and then, the candle the women are holding begins to shake, but it turns out Lauren is behind it, and suddenly, they hear a loud sound. Lauren decides to investigate the cause of the noise, despite Jennifer's paranoia, and they are startled by Luke. Lauren and Luke try to convince Jennifer that there are no ghosts in the house, even after what Lauren just experienced. Jennifer goes to close the door downstairs, where she sees a handprint and a rat trap. As she is about to leave the room, a shadowy figure's hand is seen behind her. Frightened, Jennifer shares her experience with Luke and Lauren, but they shrug off her claim. That night, Jennifer sees Luke awake, and when she asks why he is up, Luke tells her he heard someone laughing upstairs, and suddenly, a noise startles her, but it turns out to be a nightmare. Jennifer notices their room door is open, and when she goes to investigate, she sees Brad sitting alone in the hallway. When Jennifer asks Brad why he is awake, the boy tells her he can't sleep and points out that there is something in the house. Suddenly, things begin to shake violently, and a shadowy figure frightens Jennifer, causing her to scream and wake up Luke and Lauren. Jennifer tries to explain what she saw, but this only makes Luke mad. The next morning, Lauren and Brad leave to go back to Chicago, and the couple argue over what happened last night. Jennifer explains that she has been witnessing paranormal activities since they moved into the house, but Luke objects, saying he hasn't seen or witnessed anything. One day, while alone, Jennifer receives a baby crib from a delivery guy, and then, this happens. Jennifer heads upstairs to find the shadowy figure when she notices the closet in her room opening. Furious, she enters the closet to confront the figure but gets locked inside, and after a brief struggle, she managed to escape and is shocked when the closet door breaks on its own. Having had enough, Jennifer decides to invite Walter to communicate with the spirit, and Meredith also shows up. The group heads to the couple's room, and while alone with Jennifer, Walter confesses that he is not a psychic and cannot communicate with spirits, despite having tried in the past. He admits that he accepted Jennifer's invitation because he hoped things would turn out differently, but they didn't. This revelation angers Jennifer, and she begins shouting at Walter to leave because he failed to meet her expectations, and then, something strange happens.
Stop it! We're gonna leave! Walter!
Calm down.
Once again, the couple argue and Jennifer tries to convince Luke that the house is haunted, but he dismisses her concerns. The next day, after returning from a swim, Jennifer notices all the faucets in the kitchen and bathroom are on, followed by a loud sound. She tries to contact Walter, but his line is unreachable, so she decides to visit Marlene to learn more about the house. Marlene tells Jennifer that the previous owners of the house were good people, but she doesn't know why they moved. Jennifer shares her encounters in the house with Marlene, who tells her a story about how her twin daughters stopped speaking when they were 6 years old. Marlene believes that whatever Jennifer is experiencing has no rational explanation and that sometimes things just happen. Upon returning home, Jennifer notices Luke standing in their room, and then, this happened.
What is it?
Jennifer feels weak from the experience, and Luke helps her to bed. She tells Luke about the closet, so he puts a large desk in front of it before leaving the room. Later, while using his phone, Luke hears noises coming from upstairs, and is shocked to see the desk blocking the room's door. The next day, while Jennifer is fixing up the baby's room, strange activities begin to happen. Furious, she asks what the ghost wants, and suddenly, the baby crib lifts into the air before dropping down. Jennifer wastes no time and leaves the house. She heads to Marlene's, where she encounters the twins who refuse to talk to her, and when Jennifer becomes aggressive, the twins shut the door on her. Left with no other option, Jennifer decides to visit her mother's house. Both mother and daughter recount their happy memories together, and Meredith expresses her joy at seeing Jennifer. While Meredith is dressing her hair, Jennifer excuses herself to use the restroom but discreetly tears a page from Meredith's book that contains Walter's address. Jennifer soon discovers that the shadowy figure from her home has followed her to Meredith's house, and she hastily leaves without telling her mother what's wrong. Jennifer visits Walter's home and discovers he isn't around. She tries to force her way in, but she's stopped by Walter's neighbors. When Jennifer returns home, she decides to confront the entity, but she is lifted and dropped to the ground by the supernatural force. She tries to make her way out of the house, but the entity won't allow her, so she runs upstairs, only to be thrown down by the entity. Jennifer regains consciousness in the hospital, where she finds her mother and Luke by her side. Again, Jennifer tries to persuade Luke that something pushed her down the stairs, but he refused to believe her, insisting that she fell down the stairs herself in an attempt to terminate the pregnancy. After returning home, Jennifer has a terrifying nightmare where she sees herself drowning and something is approaching the house. The next morning, during a family dinner, Jennifer is shocked to hear that Luke has gotten a promotion that would require them to move to another city. However, Luke insists they will move after Jennifer gives birth. Angry that Luke kept this secret from her, Jennifer decides to leave for Chicago alone, and suddenly, the doors begin to close and open on their own. Jennifer sees the shadowy figure approaching her and hastily runs into her bedroom, closing the door behind her. She calls Luke, who tells her that everything she is seeing is just in her head and urges her to get out of the house, assuring her that he is on his way. Still on the phone with Luke, Jennifer gathers the courage to leave the room, where she finds nothing. Thinking it is all over, she is suddenly pulled by the entity, but she fights back and manages to run downstairs. However, Jennifer discovers that the door won't open, and just then, the entity makes its presence known, and the lights go out. After Jennifer wakes up at the hospital, she discovers she has given birth and it's clear she is unhappy about the baby, having previously tried to terminate the pregnancy. Jennifer, along with her baby, visit Walter to discuss what he saw the last time he visited their home. During their conversation, Walter reveals he didn't see anything and blames Jennifer for the strange activities in the house, suggesting her negative energy may have corrupted the entity already present. This makes Jennifer angry as she believes there is another explanation for the paranormal activities and refuses to accept Walter's claim. Meanwhile, while Luke is alone, the closet suddenly opens, followed by noises coming from the baby's room. Suddenly, the shadowy figure appears behind Luke. Jennifer, who is on her way home, receives a call from Luke and begins to hear ghostly whispers, prompting her to rush back home. She frantically searches the house but can't find Luke anywhere. When she enters the baby's room, she finds the room in disarray, along with a broken window. To her shock, Jennifer sees Luke's lifeless body lying in the backyard. Distraught, Jennifer decides to move out of the house and head back to Chicago, despite Meredith's objections. As Jennifer embarks on her journey, she drives past the house one last time. Suddenly, her baby begins to cry, suggesting the baby can sense the strange presence. The movie concludes with Jennifer continuing her journey, while the camera pans to the inside of the house, revealing the closet is still open. Okay guys, that's all the recap about the house on Pine Street from 2015. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.